Hello and welcome back to part 2 of our behind the scenes tour of a net zero home. In this episode, we'll answer some questions from our audience. Stay tuned and hope you enjoy.
The exclusions are good because you will basically take back whatever you lost from the thickness of the walls.
Every city will give you different exclusions, so we can't say overall it's this, but you will get something. You'll get something for the extra walls, you'll get something for the extra mechanical. In Vancouver, for instance, and you get extra height, and actually it's setback in certain cities. Vancouver, for instance, we're working on one right now in Kerrisdale, net zero. They can get up to about 1 meter extra in depth. In height, they can get a bit more, and in square footage, they can get 16% extra. So you may be thinking, oh, 16%, great. Don't be too happy, it's not all square footage. It's offsetting the wall thickness. But I think once you take off the thickness, there's still some bonus extra of usable space that you can have. Net zero?
Most people do modern style net zero. Could we do traditional style?
Yeah, it actually doesn't really matter. Actually, traditional would help in the sense of solar panels, because that's one aspect of solar panel, or one aspect of net zero, is you will need solar panels to generate the electricity on site. So this house, for instance, it was a bit of a challenge because the client also wanted a roof deck. That means where the roof deck is, it's flat roof, there's a roof deck, so there's hardly any space for solar panel. So for a flat roof, the one that I'm designing Carousel is a traditional house. It's a craftsman home. So we designed the pitch of the back roof, facing the south, all flat. Therefore, you can put that entire solar array at the back. So we know ahead of time that we're going for net zero or some kind of high performance, and we'll design the structure accordingly. Yeah, you were going to ask me?
Yeah, so with regards to the solar panels, there is a calculation, especially for net zero. I spoke to the energy advisors, and you have to allow for at least 30 panels in the roof. That's what I was told for a pitch roof.
Yeah, and in terms of specifications, there are things that you have to watch out for going from code built to net zero. Windows, obviously, especially something like this where it's self-facing, you would be budgeting for triple glaze instead of double glaze. It's very hard to get away with that. But windows would be up spec. Insulation would be more. So extra insulation, foundation around the foundation. A code built home, you don't need outside insulation. You make it work without. So insulation is more, air barrier is more. You'll see that this is not the regular Tyvek. We use Mental 1000, which is a Regal air barrier paper, so that's more. Spec-wise, and also mechanical. So they don't like gas, because gas, they're looking at what's a renewable energy source. So they want to steer you towards electrical. So that means you're doing a heat pump, not a gas boiler with radiant heat, for instance. That's very inefficient. You're doing an electric hot water tank or a heat pump hot water tank. So these are some of the specs that you have to kind of plan for as you venture into high performance.
But does it have to be net zero before they give the grants? Or
It doesn't have to, like, as long as you go complete electric on all your units, then they will provide it.
The Clean BC program is to incentivize you to get rid of gas. That's so. As long as you electrify your building, then they're happy. They'll give you something.
What if would you get all the incentives if you just went net zero already and then did not put up any solar panels? Or you have to do it from day one for certification?
Most cities will require you to do, like Vancouver, will require that you do net zero. In West Van, you can be net zero already.
Okay.
So it depends which municipality.
For City of Vancouver, they won't give you the exclusion, FSR exclusion, if you don't go full net zero.
Yeah.
What is benefit for
The benefit to the owner?
Yeah.
So there's energy usage benefit. So what you're doing is you're saving energy because you're generating the energy from solar panels. So overall, in the long run, you're going to get some energy savings. You'll get incentives from the city. So square footage exclusion, height exclusion, depth exclusion.
Oh, so high.
Yeah. So this one was a bit higher because it's net zero.
Oh.
Yeah. So you get those benefits.
Oh.
Okay.
Hope you enjoyed our last video. Hope that we provided some clarifications in regards to net zero. However, there's one more episode left, so please stay tuned, but more importantly, like and subscribe.